Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Juice Baseball channel. And welcome back officially to the start of the Legends Fantasy Draft series. It's the series everybody knows and a series everybody loves. We are here and ready to go for year number 2 on this channel, I'm pretty sure. But then again, it's been about maybe 3 or 4 years that I've done Legends series on MLB The Show in general on YouTube. But I think this is year number 2 because we did the Mets no. Did we do... Oh, I can't even remember my own content. Hold on for a second. Did we do... We did the Mets last year, obviously. Let me go to my channel real quick. So we've done... Okay, so we've just done the Mets on this channel. I wasn't sure. I thought that's what it was. But that's exactly what has happened. We've only done the Mets, but I've done the Angels, I've done the Yankees, I've done the who else did I do? I did another team in there. I can't remember exactly, but I've done a couple other Legend series on my main channel a couple of years ago. But I stopped doing that because it wasn't getting the views like the football videos were, so that's why that channel is a football channel, and that's why this channel exists. So the second year of the Legend series on this channel, I was going through all the teams, trying to pick a team to do. We were the New York Mets last year, National League team, so I thought, let's switch it up. Let's go to the American League this time and have an American League team. And I was thinking of some interesting teams. Obviously, the Orioles are an interesting team. I like the ballpark they have, but they're not really an option because they don't have a lot of interesting uniform combinations. You know, I like my uniform combinations. We're probably not going to do the Yankees. Like I said, I've already done the Yankees in a past one on my main channel. If you're curious about that, go watch it. I thought about the White Sox because the White Sox have some interesting uniform combinations, and I like their ballpark. It's pretty nice to look at, so I do like their ballpark. And then I thought about the Twins and the Tigers. The Twins and the Tigers were other ones that I considered. Tigers, I love Comerica Park. It's one of my favorite ballparks in baseball. And then the Twins, I love the Twins' different uniform combinations and stuff. So these two teams I thought about. Definitely thought about, but those are none of the teams that we are going to be going with today. We are going to be taking on the Toronto Blue Jays. That is right, we are going to be heading to Canada, north of the border, to go in and rebuild the Toronto Blue Jays in this Legends Fantasy Draft series. I'm super excited about this. I've never done the Blue Jays in anything, I don't think, so I'm super excited about rebuilding the Blue Jays. I like their ballpark at Rogers Center. I like their uniform combinations, so I'm excited to do the Blue Jays. First time we're doing a Canadian team, though. So I'm super excited about this. So let's get involved, advance, and how you do the Legends, how you add the Legends, if you're curious how you add the Legends into the draft. Obviously, you have to hit Fantasy Draft first so that you can start with the Fantasy Draft. But you have to go over here to the Allow Non-Active Free Agents. It says when it's on, non-active players from various leagues will be available to sign from the free agent pool. When off, obviously, they're not going to be in there. And this means that you can have all the different Legends from the long ball era, the boomer era, all the eras that have all the Legends in them, like Willie Mays, Babe Ruth, Ken Griffey Jr., all those guys. That's how you get those guys involved. And then, since this is a Legends series, I will be ignoring the budgets. I only do this for the Legends series because it gets kind of crazy with the amount of money these Legends ask for when you get deep into a series like this. So it's more fun to have the ignore budgets on so that we can kind of just build whatever team we want with whatever players we want. Forced trades will be off, though, because I still have to build the trade. Designator hitter on, extra inning rule on, everything else is normal. Just the ignore budgets will be on because I don't want to have to deal with not having enough money and being negative and, I don't know, maybe even running the risk of them firing me because I have no money. I don't know if that's a possibility in this game. I know it's a possibility in other games, but I don't know if it's a possibility in this. But we're not even going to take that chance. Ignore budgets are on. Let's get started here. I'm pretty sure that when I hit this button, it will take me straight to the Fantasy Draft order. So I have no idea what order we're going to get, what pick we're going to get. I hope it's a decent one. I guess we'll find out. 3, 2, 1. Hit the button. Uh-oh. We have pick number 13. Wow. Pick number 13 of the MLB Legends Draft. pick number 13 of the Legends draft. This is going to be interesting. We're not at the top, but we're not also at the bottom. So we're going to come away with a number 1 type of player. We're going to see who goes number 1, though. Hideki Matsui went number 1 overall. Not the person I would have expected to go number 1 overall. I did add in some created players, as I always do, along with the legends that are already in the game from San Diego Studios. So we have guys like, obviously, Barry Bonds, Roger Clemens, Alex Rodriguez, Jim Abbott, guys that don't get the recognition or they have controversy. That's why they're not in the game. So I've added in guys that have retired, like Albert Pujols. He'll probably be in the game at some point once he's officially like gone for a few years or something. He'll be back in the game, I would assume. Dale Strawberry got added back in. So I always go and fill up my created player pool. I think you can have like 40 different downloaded players. So I always add that up every year and then, or fill that up every year and then add those guys into the roster. And that is how we've gotten to where we are. So number 13 pick, there is a lot of good options. You guys know my affection for the kid. Ken Griffey Jr., one of my favorite players of all time. Love him. Absolutely love him. But I've had him plenty of different times. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to get him again. There's obviously amazing starting pitchers that we can go with. Pedro Martinez, the big unit. Fun fact, I didn't have Randy Johnson at all in the Mets series. So that leaves the door open for the big unit slapping his big unit on the table. I do love that. And then relief pitchers, obviously, we're not going to go with relief pitchers right now, but there are some good ones. Closing pitchers, some fantastic ones as well. Some Hall of Famers, catchers. I did add Brian McCann. I will go. There's a couple of created players that I downloaded that have bad overalls and bad ages. I will change Brian McCann being, well, he has a good overall, but his age is 40. I will lower that overall to like probably 25 or 26 or something like that. I also added Pablo Sandoval in this and Johnny Gomes. Those are the other two guys that have low overalls and high ages, so I will change those as well. We're not going to go catcher here. First base could be interesting. Take a little big poppy action, little Frank Thomas, Frank the Tank. I think I'm going to go Frank Thomas, not now, but I think I'm going to try to get Frank Thomas in this series. I didn't have him at all in the Mets series, so I think we might try to go for him. Same with Jackie Robinson. I didn't have Jackie Robinson at all either. Let's see. Where do we go? Third base option, Pete Rose is available. I do like a good Pete Rose, although we had him towards the end of the Mets series. Shortstop, you got Derek Jeter. We had him as he was one of my first picks in the Mets series. He was the captain, and we had him for a couple of years until we traded him for Alex Rodriguez. So Jeter's an option. You got some fantastic outfielders like Ted Williams, Manny Ramirez, Bo Jackson's available. Yoenis Cespedes. Yes, I know it's Yoenis. I like to call him Yoenis. Yoenis Cespedes. Center fielders, obviously you got Griffey. You got Mickey Mantle down here. I added Matt Kemp into the team. Carlos Beltran's here. Obviously Aaron Judge is phenomenal. I probably would stick away from the actual real-life guys because, I mean, where's the fun in that? This is a Legend Series for a reason. And then you got the right fielders, Gary Sheffield, Sammy Sosa, Vladdy Sr., Hank Aaron, Ichiro. One of the guys that I absolutely have to have in this series is Ichiro. That's for sure. So we've gone through some of the top players in the league. Who do we actually take here? I don't honestly know. I don't know where I want to go. Because since we're picking at 13, I don't remember if this is a snake draft or if it's fixed. I don't remember if we stay at 13 every single time or if we snake around the board each round. I can't remember exactly. I guess we'll find out. But who do we want to build this franchise around? Who do we want to be our guy? Chipper Jones could be cool. Probably not going to take Jeter right now. I'm thinking A-Rod. But he's not even up here at the top. He's a third baseman. He's all the way down. Oh, wait, no, did A-Rod get taken? A-Rod got taken already. That's right. He got taken by the Marlins. Alex Rodriguez. I was thinking about A-Rod, but he got taken already. So with him off the board, who do we kind of go with? I mean, the obvious option is Ken Griffey Jr. because he's got the 99 clutch. He's got the power. He's got the contact. He's amazing. I love him. But I can't go with Griffey right now. Lugon would be amazing. I mean, look at those contact and power numbers. Ricky Henderson's phenomenal with the speed. Who's going to be our guy? Who's going to be our number one? The guy that we look to when we're trying to win a World Series. Is it Andy Pettitte? Is it Johan Santana, one of the new additions this year? Pedro Martinez is the big unit? I can't take Randy Johnson number one. Well, 13th, but in the first round. I I'm conflicted. This is always the worst part. It's the best part and it's the worst part. Because I don't know who to take with my first round pick. I mean, Jeter's like, his name keeps popping out at me. I kind of like Cal Ripken Jr. though, the Iron Man. I kind of think that could be pretty fun. Getting a little Cal Ripken Jr. action. That could be pretty. I mean, look at these numbers, man. He's the Iron Man for a reason, dog. He's crazy. I kind of like that. That could be a fun little. And I'll go through not only the guys that I added in. I will go through and lower the ages of most players that I can at least to make them a little bit less old. So guys like Lugon, Ricky Henderson, if I can change their age, I will for next episode. I don't know if I can. I don't remember, but if I can, I will. And obviously the guys that I mentioned earlier, I will change their age too. Just so it's a little bit more fair. Who do we go with, dog? Who do we go with? Who's the face of the franchise? Who wants to be the face of Canada? Who wants to be headed up to Toronto, Canada, in the cold, playing 162 games? The dog. Who wants to be the dog? Chipper? Chip? Could it be Chip? Chip Jones? I mean, he's got some fantastic numbers. He's certainly a viable option. Alan Trammell's interesting, but I think if I'm going to go shortstop, I'm going to go Cal if he's available. They got Mookie playing shortstop? Mookie! That's kind of crazy. I didn't realize his position. I know the Dodgers are going to play him at shortstop this season, but I didn't realize it changed already. Oh, this is the hardest decision I've ever had to make. I don't know where to go. I honestly don't know where to go. I don't know if we should get a starting pitcher, but there's so much starting pitcher depth. Like, look at all these starting pitchers. There's so much starting pitcher depth. I feel like we can get a starting pitcher in the second round if we need to. I mean, Shohei's even still here. So I feel like we can grab ourselves a number one starting pitcher, an ace, a little bit later. There's a lot of good right fielders. I'm looking at Ichiro. I'm also looking at Tony Gwynn. I'd love to have Tony Gwynn on the team. I love Tony Gwynn. Such a fantastic player. Look at Ichiro's numbers, though. He's got speed. He's got the fielding. He's just the best. Ichiro's just one of those guys he's just the best. Where do we go? Willie Mays we had. Eric Davis, Jim Edmonds. And then I keep coming back to Griffey. I'd have to go and look at my Mets, first episode of my Mets series, see who I took in that video. Bo Jackson. We didn't have Bo Jackson last time. Let's see. Can I defend myself if I take Bo Jackson first overall? Well, 13th overall. But the first pick of the team. Do I want Bo? Bo knows. Bo does know. Bo's a fantastic player. Didn't have him. He's probably super hard to trade for if I don't get him now. I think I'm gonna take Bo Jackson. I know that might be a little bit crazy, but I'm feeling kind of crazy for this Canada rebuild, this Blue Jays rebuild. I'm taking Bo Jackson. Oh, I don't know how I feel about that. That's kind of crazy. All right, it is a snake draft, so we are at 18 now. And Ichiro is off the board. He goes to the Royals. That's kind of upsetting. Griffey's still there. Why are you still there, Griffey? Why do you hate me? I'm thinking either Nolan Ryan or Randy Johnson here for our next pick. Or Pete Rose. Who do we go with? We go Randy or Nolan? I think we got to get an ace. Let's get Randy Johnson, the big unit. I got to have somebody to prop out there on opening day in front of the Canadian fans. They can't be looking at me like, who's this guy? Who's this new addition to the ownership? Who is this? I gotta be proving myself. Chipper's still here. Chip? Still available. Jeter's still here, but unfortunately, my boy, Big Dog is gone. Cal Ripken Jr. is his name. Let's see. We got to get a catcher. I can't forget about catcher. We got to get a catcher that's good. Should we go Gary Carter? That could be pretty fun. Gary Carter's got power. I've had Joe Mauer before, I'm pretty sure. Veritek could be cool. We've had Posada, obviously. I'm not getting Yadier Molina. I hate Yadier Molina. I feel like we can run another round without getting a catcher. First base could be cool. We could go Mark McGwire. That could be pretty fun. I've had Mark McGwire before, I'm pretty sure. Why is Bryce Harper playing first base? That's kind of crazy. Is he playing first base in real life? Are they moving the boy to first base? That's kind of insane. I didn't realize that. If they are. I kind of want to get Mark McGwire. I kind of want to go full into the big beefy dudes who are on, well, at least in Mark McGwire's case, on roids. So let's go Mark McGwire here in the 3rd round, and then we hope and pray that somebody's there in the 4th round. Jose Fernandez, he will obviously have his age changed. He's not 32 years old. Rest in peace to the boy. I'm going to grab Jose Fernandez so we can have ourselves a dominant 1-2 punch. That's quite the pickup right there. I do like that. Okay, where do we go next? We've got 2 starters. We gotta get a catcher. That's right. Okay, so our guy's gone. We could take Brian McCann. I mean, I gotta lower those. He's not a 99 overall. I will lower the ratings on Brian McCann. Nobody's taking him because he's 40. Do we take Josh Gibson? That could be pretty interesting. I've never had him before. Or Joe Torre. Or I guess we could go with somebody that's actual real, like Adley Rutschman or something. But like I said, I kind of want to focus more on the legendary guys. I'm thinking maybe Jason Varitek. That's kind of where I'm leaning right now. But I'm not 100% sure. There's Michael Fishman. I'm not 100% sure where we go here. Got to get a catcher, though. Got to get a catcher. Focus on the catcher. Brian McCann will not be a 99. He'll probably be like a 94, 95. I'll probably move him down there. Which is still fine. But I'm thinking Jason Varitek. I've never had Jason Varitek in one of this series before, so I'm thinking we take Jason Varitek, JV, as our man behind the plate. Where do we go at pick number 18 of the 6th round now? Right field looking a little thin. Adolis Garcia is still there, which is kind of cool, but like I said, I want to stick with the legendary guys. I don't want to get older Tony Gwynn. That's no fun. If I was going to get Tony Gwynn, I'd get the younger one, but I couldn't get him now. Center field, you got Johnny Damon, you got Torrey Hunter, the other Johnny Damon. I do remember Johnny Damon in the Mets series killing me when I played against him, but Torrey Hunter's kind of cool. I do like that option. Shortstop, there's not a whole lot of legends left available at shortstop. There's a few, but not a whole bunch. Third base, running a little bit thin. Second base, you got Craig Biggio. First base, we already got McGwire. Are the relief pitchers going yet? No, the relief pitchers are still there. I kind of want to grab Andrew Miller before everybody else does, because I don't know when I forget every year when the relief pitcher round is, when everybody takes a relief pitcher. We can still come away with some good pitchers later on. We don't have to worry about starting pitcher right now. Right field is what I got to worry about, though. Right field, I mean, outfield in general is kind of thin right now. I'm either thinking Torrey Hunter or this older Johnny Damon, because the younger Johnny Damon's fine, but he doesn't have the pop. Johnny Damon developed a little bit more power when he got older. Maybe steroids, maybe not, I don't know. But the other Johnny Damon's more of a contact guy, more of a leadoff man. But I'm kind of thinking Torrey Hunter for center field, for at least season 1, or half of season 1. Let's go Torrey Hunter. That's my pick at 18. We'll see what the board leaves us. Next up, we've got... Okay, we haven't gotten to the relief pitcher round, but the closing pitcher round is gone. Ooh, okay, so we got to grab ourselves a closing pitcher right now. I'm thinking either Emmanuel Clase or Edwin Diaz. Ooh, Felix Bautista, though. Ooh, I might wait on Felix Bautista. Okay, we'll see. I might wait on Felix Bautista. I'll give the closing pitcher round another pass. First base we're good with right now. Second base, okay, we're running low on second baseman. Legend second basemen are all gone, I think. Yeah, except for Ian Kinsler. But I had Ian Kinsler last time. I don't want Ian Kinsler again. And Rod Carew. Do we go the C-Man? Marcus Semien? Or do we take a cheater? Ozzy Albies is interesting. I think what we do is we take Altuve and then possibly use him as trade bait later on. That's probably a smart idea because he's going to have some decent value. So I think this is going to be my closing pitcher round because I just saw a bunch of closing pitchers go. So Felix Bautista, welcome to the squad, dog. Welcome to the squad. Oh, it's the relief pitcher round. No! It's the relief pitcher round. Get a relief pitcher, hurry. Who do we go for? Satchel Paige, maybe? Warren Spahn? Lee Smith could be cool. Satchel Paige is 50 freaking 8, dog. You're 58 years old. Sit down. Just relax. You don't have to play baseball anymore, dog. Why are you 58 years old? That's crazy. I didn't realize he was so old. I kind of want to take him just simply because of that. That's insane. I'm taking Satchel Paige. 58 years old? I'm going to lower that, obviously, if I can. I don't know if I can, but I'm going to lower that if I can. That's insanity that he's 58 years old. Relax, dog. You don't need to play baseball no more. Okay, right field is kind of a bust at this point. We could take Frank Robinson. That could be pretty cool. I think right field we're going to have to make a little bit of a trade. I'll take Frank Robinson now because he's just a high overall. 87 overall. We'll take him. Our outfield's kind of scuffed right now. We got, I mean, I like Bo Jackson, and I like Torrey Hunter and Frank Robinson, but I don't know, it's not my preferred lineup. Shortstop is also kind of scuffed. I kind of forgot about shortstop, so it looks like we're going to have not the greatest. We could go super young and take like Anthony Volpe or something and just have a really good depth, but this series isn't really about prospects. So I guess Anthony Volpe would be good to throw in a trade, but I'm not here for prospects. I'm here for the legends. And it looks like I missed out on third base as well. So our third base and shortstop positions are going to be a little interesting. I don't really want to get Rich Aurelia. I was here when Rich Aurelia was on the Reds. I was alive. I was banging. So I don't really want Rich Aurelia in this. Ha-Seong Kim, we have him on the Padres. I don't really want him in this too. I guess we just take a bunch of cheaters. We already got Altuve. We might as well take Carlos Correa here. And then we go get our third baseman. And I think that's our entire starting lineup figured out once we get a third baseman. And I'm probably going to have to be Nolan Arenado for right now. Obviously, we'll adjust that as the season goes on and as the... Ooh, I kind of forgot about pitchers again. Ooh, get a little racy. I mean, we already have freaking Mark McGwire. Why not go and get even more controversy and get Trevor Bauer? That could be pretty fun. You know what? Let's do it. Trevor Bauer, you're my third starter, dog. You're headed to Canada. I don't know what the legal system is in Canada, but you're headed up there. We could also get Verlander. I mean, Verlander, even being 41 years old, is a fantastic pitcher. I probably should also get a couple more relief pitchers just so I'm not, like, sucking. And I like to, when I do a series like this, I like to grab a bunch of closers and put them in the bullpen as relief pitchers. So I might do that again. Jose Leclerc. I'm a big Jose Leclerc fan. I know he's 30 years old. I'm a big Jose Leclerc fan. I like him a lot. Catcher prospects or the catching players are kind of gone. First baseman, there's always a lot of first basemen. Look at all these first basemen. These legendary first basemen still available. I mean, they're all old and not as good as the prime versions of them. Mike Napoli's cool. I used to be a big Mike Napoli fan. Was he when he was on the Rangers these 2 years? I could go Mike Napoli, but I don't know if I'd go with him right now. Let's go with. Man, I don't even know, dog. I don't know where to go with this pick. Do we think that Scherzinger? Do we think that Verlander is going to be available next round? That's another big question I got to answer. Because if he is, then I could take Dustin Pedroia, be a backup to, because he's going to get his age lowered and maybe even an overall boost. Not too much, but maybe an overall boost. I think I'm going to take Verlander. Let's grab another starting pitcher. Oh, Mike Napoli got taken. I was going to probably grab him pretty soon. But I will take Pedroia next. We're in round 15. I'm obviously not going to draft the entire team, but I'll just get, once the draft pool kind of gets a little thin, then that's when we'll move on. Let's grab another closing pitcher to put in the bullpen. We'll grab Jose Leclerc. I was talking about how I'm a big fan of him. I might as well draft him if I'm a big fan of him. And we should probably start thinking about getting some prospects for trade bait. That could be a very, very good idea. So we gotta look down here for some young guys that might have some decent value that teams are gonna want, because obviously we're not gonna be valuing the prospect, but they are certainly gonna be valuing prospects a lot more than we will. So starting pitchers, not gonna take any of these guys down there. There's veteran Nolan Ryan, and there's the other Randy Johnson. Let's see. Do I grab another closing pitcher and put him in the bullpen? Because right now I only got one bullpen arm. Well, two, because I got Leclerc. Let's go with This is where it gets tricky, boys. This is where it gets tricky. Let's grab... Let's grab Kenley Jansen for right now. And then we'll go back to the actual hitters and see if we can find some more good players. So right field, you got George Springer. We might as well bring back the whole crew that cheated. Might as well bring back the whole crew, because dog is not good. There's not a whole lot of value here. Not a whole... Okay, all the first basemen did get taken now. That's nice, at least. Ooh, Joey Votto's down here. We could bring him back to Canada, even though he's in Canada right now. That could be pretty interesting. I think we're going to grab... George Springer. Might as well get all the cheaters. But after that, I have absolutely no idea. We're starting to get to that point where it's kind of thin. I should probably grab my 5th starter, though, just so I can lock that down. I don't know who I want, though. Do I want Walker Buehler? He's 29.79 overall. That's not really the value that I'm looking for, but he might be the best option. I mean, Tony Gonsolin is fine, but in a Legend Series, he's going to get cooked. Bryce Elder. Okay, Bryce Elder is more what I'm talking about, but he doesn't really have the potential, so maybe he's not as valuable as I was hoping. We're getting too far down. I don't want to start her that low. I think I'm going to have to take Walker Buehler here. I mean, we could grab Zach Greinke, but I'd rather go for youth, if anything. Maybe a former Cy Young Award winner. And did he not? He won a Cy Young. Kyle Hendricks totally won a Cy Young. I don't know why they don't have his awards up here. They have anybody's awards? Yeah, they have Yu Darvish's. Kyle Hendricks totally won a Cy Young. Just a couple years ago, I'm pretty sure. Who do we go? I think I'm going to go with Walker Buehler. If anything, he has the most value to another team, I guess. So we'll grab him. All right, so we got all our starters. There's Kutch. Giancarlo Stanton's down there, but I took him in the Mets series. He's got the power. Maybe I take Giancarlo and I adjust him a little bit. Maybe I make him a little bit better, but that seems to be unfair. I'd have to do that for everybody then. Center field players. Darth. We could take Harrison Darth Bader. Okay, now we're getting into some of the rookies, like Parker Meadows. That could be pretty interesting. Where's that? Is that Nationals prospect? He might already be taken. Isn't there like a Nationals prospect that's pretty good? I forget his name. Pretty sure he's an outfielder, though. Chili Davis is available. Raul Ibanez. Trace Thompson, Klay Thompson's brother. Oh, I guess what we'll do is we will see if there's anybody else that I absolutely really want on the team. And if there's not, then we will simulate the rest of this. I'll grab Joey Votto just because. I'll lower his age as well so he's not 40. And then I probably should grab another relief pitcher or closing pitcher and then move them to the bullpen. Let's grab... Oh, no. Let's grab Aroldis because he was just like squeezing his mom's breast or something. I'm pretty sure on an Instagram video. So that's a draft pick in my books. I'll take him. And I'll grab freaking Giancarlo. Don't call me Mike Stanton. What else we got here? McCutchen, Chris Bryant, Marcelo Zuna. I mean, we already got a track record for grabbing guys that aren't nicest of people, so let's grab Ozuna as well. Round 24. I'll probably go round 25, and we'll call it a day there. So let's pick 2 more players. Who do we want on the team? Who do we want on this roster? Let's look for young guys. Let's look for young guys. Are there any young catchers? Any young catchers on the roster or left available? All the young catchers are probably gone. All the young players in general are probably gone. At least the young guys that are good. There's probably no young first baseman. I mean, Christian Encarnacion Strand is what I wanted to say. Yikes. There's a couple top 50 prospects here at first base, but I don't know if they're going to have any value is the problem. Tony Stone is here. That's kind of cool. Should we get a woman? I gotta take a woman. I mean, she's available. I don't know if she'll ever play, but that's cool. Gotta take the female. And then we should probably get another center fielder. Let's just get Parker Meadows, see if he has any value. All right, that'll be it. I will simulate the rest of the draft, and we will see how this team goes. I don't know if we're going to be good. Exit the draft and auto-draft the remaining rounds. Yes, sir. All right, so set lineups and rotations and injury management. Injury management is going to be on manual. Scouting is going to be on manual. And general manager tasks are going to be on manual. Everything is on manual. And we are going to go in, set the custom game entry conditions. Now, I'm not sure if I want to do anything crazy here. I'll set the situation importance to high. I'll set the earliest inning you can play at the 6th. Enter player highlight moments, we'll add that. And then we'll do the earliest inning you can play is the 7th. Okay, I think that's fine for right now. We'll have these conditions. And then my goal in this mode is to develop your organization, yada, yada, yada. I already know. We'll start in the regular season. Get things started next episode. Oh, we're not even in Canada to begin the season? Oh, we don't start in Canada until the 8th. That's crazy. We got to go to Florida. Flow Rider. All right, so quite the interesting draft. Did we get a good team? I feel like our pitching rotation is pretty good. Our bullpen is kind of cheeks, if we're being honest. But remember, I drafted Jose Leclerc to have him in the bullpen, so he'll be in here next episode. But the pitch rotation's pretty decent, actually. Randy Johnson, Jose Fernandez, he'll have his age lowered. Don't worry about it. And then we've also got Trevor Bauer. We've got Justin Verlander, who, if I can, I'll lower his age. I don't know if I'll be able to for the real players. And then Walker Buehler. I only drafted him for the potential. I'm hoping he has some potential. And then Satchel Paige, freaking 58 years old. Crazy, dog. All right. And then the lineup. We got some studs like McGuire, Bo Jackson. Did I really only get those two guys? We got Jason Varitek, which is cool. This is an interesting team. I don't know how we're gonna play. Year one's gonna be interesting. Trade deadline's gonna be a fun episode, that's for sure. I'll try my best. And then obviously the off-season episode is always interesting because you never know how many people I'm gonna grab. This is quite the interesting first episode. I like the team. I'm not mad about the team in such way. But I am also not, like, enthused. I probably could have done a little bit better. How much can I do with this? Can I change his age? I cannot. So he's going to have to stay 58 years old. Interesting. So the only players that I can change their age are the created players, I'm assuming. All right, that's cool. That's good to know. That's good to know. Let's go to Trevor Bauer, see if we can change his age. Trevor Bauer. Yes, we can change Trevor Bauer's age. So that's good to know. We can change the created players' ages. We can't change the real-life players. But that's good because some of these created players have bad ages. So I will change their... Oh, I want to see... I forgot about this dude. Did the Panda? No, he didn't. He didn't get drafted. So we will draft... Oh, I got to release somebody. We will draft or sign Pablo Sandoval. And, ooh, did Johnny Gomes get drafted either? Johnny Gomes, I think, is a left fielder. Johnny Gomes, I think he must have got picked up by somebody because he would have been in here. Yeah, I think he got picked up by somebody. If he's even in there. I'm pretty sure I added him in. But let's go release somebody so we can get the dog in here. Well, I guess get the Panda. Release this dude. Sorry about your luck, big boy. And then go to free agency. And go to the third baseman, Pablo Sandoval. 2-year deal, that's fine. Boom. He's now in the squad, and he will get his overall changed to be more competitive, and also his age will change. I don't know what will make him, maybe 26, 25, something like that. 26. 26 is fine. That's a nice in your prime kind of thing. So we'll change his age, and then I'll go in off camera and edit him and make him a little bit better. I'll probably make him in the mid 80s, maybe like 84, 85, 86, around that range. So we'll make him good, and then he'll probably get... I'll move him up to AAA right now, might as well. And then move this dog down to AA. All right, so that's what the team looks like. Obviously, this is not going to stay for the entirety of the series. We'll make a lot of moves. We'll make some trades. We'll make some free agent signings as we get further on. We'll get going. But like I said, we will... Next episode, when we start the regular season, we start opening day, The created players that I added in, some of their ages will be changed, some of their overalls will be changed slightly, just to make it a little bit better, so they're not super overpowered and stuff. And that's how it'll go. So I hope you guys enjoyed this first episode. I know I did. Let me know down below in the comments what you thought of my draft. I know it's probably going to be a little bit controversial with some of the picks that I took, but I mean, what would you guys have done at 13? I don't know. It was kind of a weird spot to be put in. Obviously, any spot would have been weird to be put in because, I don't know. That's just how I feel with drafts sometimes. There's so much pressure, so many good players. I want all of them, and I can't have all of them. But MLB ranked us third. So obviously we did something right. We have the 4th best pitching staff, and we have a great power team. So that's what I was going for. We're not fast at all, and we can't defend. But we are the 3rd ranked MLB team. I guess that's something. If you guys enjoyed the video, let me know down below in the comments, and leave a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Thank you guys so much for stopping by and watching. I'm super excited for MLB The Show to be back. I'm super excited for baseball in general to be back. I love baseball season. It's always nice. It reminds me, obviously, it reminds me of summertime, springtime, because that's when it's played. So it always gets me juiced up for the springtime, the summertime, because my birthday's in the summer too, so that always makes it better. But that's gonna do it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.